Welcome to the third video of the series, Why Policing is So Badass and So Cool, and all the tools to make sure you become the best cop. So this video is how to know if you should be a cop, if you should be a police officer. How do you know if you should be? I talk to a lot of people, and I've been coaching people for 5 years now on becoming police officers and becoming the best police officers and shifting as a police officer to an even more exceptional cop and not being affected by everything you see and deal with. But my backstory, real quick, in case this is the first time you watch this, make sure you watch the previous two videos of this series because they set you up with why you should be a cop and why not to be a cop. And now we're on to how to know if you should be one. But my background is I'm originally from California. I live in New Zealand, been here 20 years now. And I was a cop for 7.5 here in New Zealand. Did everything from frontline to diplomatic protection. I've saved dozens of lives. I have protected some of the most important people in the world doing diplomatic protection. And ultimately, I burned out. Now, I've got a lot of these tools, and I had a lot of them in the beginning, but certain things happened that hit me so hard that I didn't have them set up in a concreted way. And then I had to go relearn them. I had to take time away. I had to almost burn my life down, almost lost my relationship. Actually, if she wasn't so strong, we would have. But these are the things that I learned carrying myself back out of those ashes, being the phoenix coming out of the ashes that I teach now. And we've got links for all my different services down below in this that I'd love for you to go have a look at so that you can really make sure you advance your policing or frontline, in all honesty, career. I do these videos to make sure that you get that knowledge for free anyways. But if you want it more in depth and you really want to implement it all in a structured way, then that's when you need to reach out to me. So how do you know if you should become a cop? I'm going to rattle through these real quick and then we'll go back over them. You're a calm person. You're a caring person. You're a fit person. You're good at working as a team. You're good at working alone. You're driven. A little fear and danger doesn't really affect you. You love to help beyond just helping people. And you're willing to risk your life for others. Those are the key things to know that if you are feeling most of those, then being a cop is right for you. So calm. What do I mean by calm? Under pressure, you are calm. My wife says it all the time. She's like, how do you stay so calm when shit is literally hitting the fan? Like, I don't know. It's just naturally. It always has been. From my upbringing as a kid sailing around the world, when things would go ballistic, I was just calm. Come to find out after doing conversations with my wife on the beach, actually this year, I thrive under chaos. When things are the most chaotic, I thrive. So do you kind of thrive under that? Now, the little things, I'm having to work on the little chaotic things and staying calm in those. So it's double-edged. There's always pros and cons to all of it. There's good things and bad things. But do you stay calm most of the time when things are stressful? Because if you do, make a great cop. Caring. You care about people. Now, this can be a detriment. You could end up caring about people so much that you stop caring about yourself. So you got to watch that. But if you find you have that tendency, then you will be a great cop. It's just something you want to work on, making sure that you're taking care of yourself. And this is something that I help, and these videos will help you take care of yourself so that you can actually take care of people more. But if you find yourself wanting to take care of others more than taking care of yourself, or you do take care of others more than you take care of yourself, you'd probably be a great cop. Fitness. You love fitness. You love to train. You love to stay active. You love to do activities. Maybe not police fit, but you love to be outdoors and you love to be active and you love to have activity in your life. You'd be a great cop because you have to be active. Those fat cops that you see are ones that probably have gotten to where those depressed, those anxious, those burned out stages, and they stop taking care of themselves. That's normally why they end up that way. In the very beginning, they all would have been fit. They all would have been my size, my trimness. But if you find that you are a very active person and you like to stay active, being a cop's going to be great for you. you like to work as a team. If you find yourself being a team player and you love working as a team, you love helping your members of your team out, or your colleagues out that you work with, or your family, you like to uplift them. You don't necessarily have to be a leader, but you like to uplift them and like to work together and bring your superpowers and your skills to the table, and amalgamate them together to make one superbot. You watch Deadpool at all? And we make one superbot. Then you're going to be a great cop. Now, on the flip side, you're also very good at working alone. If you're good at taking action, if you're on your own and you're good at, like, when you're on your own, you're just like, yep, cool, you can rattle things off, you can get stuff done, you'll make a great cop as well, because there's times where you need to make decisions on your own. You need to be the action taker. You need to take that action quickly. There have been times where I've gone into domestics on my own when I was told not to, because I could hear what was going on and I was like, okay, I've just got to do this. So I knew the sergeant wasn't very far away, and I went. But I wasn't egotistical about it. It was a calculated decision, because I knew I could work on my own and I had my own confidence and I knew my skill levels. So I worked to my abilities, but I was able to work alone. So if you are, you'll be a great cop. Driven. Are you a driven person? Because not just to join the police do you need to be driven. You need to also be driven once you are in. Driven to take care of yourself, driven on your mental health, driven to do that extra mile, driven to have that extra conversation with an offender or a victim, driven to do that extra door knock to see if there is cameras around, driven to, drive through that area. A driven person is a great cop, because you want to get results. You're driven to get it done. Not motivated, but driven. Fear of danger. You have a appreciation for danger, but you're not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of dying. I have a little bit of fear of injuring myself, because I just know how I react to injuries. Well, I'm not afraid to put my life on the line for somebody else. Are you afraid to put your life on the line for somebody else? Because police officers have a bit of a tendency to be the person who runs towards danger while everyone else runs away. It's just in our DNA. It's not something you can train. So do you run towards danger? Do you find yourself not excited about danger, but do you find yourself being able to deal with danger easily? You want to help people beyond helping people. Now, it sounds a little bit weird, doesn't it? Helping people is great, but I hate that answer when I ask people why they want to become a cop, because it is the most surface level that you can possibly get. And what it tells me is that you actually have no freaking idea why you want to become a cop. Because when you want to help people, well, guess what? You'll help people by taking that piece of paper to the shredder for your colleague. You'll help people by going to the local shelter and serving food. You'll help people by not swearing at them when they cut you off. You'll help people by being calm and communicating to them when they go off their nut at you, or when they do something that you're not too happy with, and you educate them on how it made you feel. You're helping people. But if you want to help people beyond just helping people, you want to impact, you want to, in my case, help people truly see themselves. It's what I used to do in the very beginning of policing, before I kind of started getting jaded, was help people by talking to them and communicating to them and educating them and giving them other options and giving them tools to not be in this domestic relationship, or how to counteract it because they actually do love the person, how to work through their pains, how to guide them. One of my clients was to create and help an account in discipline. That's what it was. They were all about being disciplined. Oh, sorry, no, not discipline. Dependable. The other D. Dependable. Her why and her purpose for being a cop is to help people be dependable. So that's helping herself be dependable on herself and helping others be dependable on themselves and others. So hers is all about dependability. That's why she wants to be a cop, is to go beyond the helping people and actually show people that they can be dependable on themselves and also depend on others. So you want to help people beyond just helping people. And if you're unsure of that, that's one of the things that we go through, but just start asking yourself why you want to help people. And then ask yourself the answer to that, why, and go deeper and deeper. And the last one is willingness to risk your life for others. We talked about this in the danger side. If you're willing to risk your life for others, or you find yourself already kind of doing that, it's great. It can be a double-edged sword because you need to make sure you are still putting yourself first, and you can't help somebody if you're dead. You got to put that oxygen mask onto yourself first, as the analogy goes. But willingness to risk your life for others. If you are willing to risk your life for others, well, guess what? You're going to be a great cop because you do it every single day. You step out onto the freeway or onto the motorway when cars are doing 65 mile an hour, 70, 80 mile an hour flying past you, you're risking your life to educate that person on why they were speeding, to educate that person on how to not speed. Now, sometimes that education comes with a ticket because there's accountability, but you're there to educate people to prevent it from happening again, so that the law is upheld. You're risking your life. That school shooting happens, God forbid. You're running towards it. You're risking your life. So these are some of the things to know how to know if you are a good cop, if you will be a good cop. And this is another video. Now, it was a pretty heavy one and a pretty light one. So if you're like ticking off 80% of those, well, guess what? You should do this. And I can help you do it. I can help you get that fitness. I can help you get that level of confidence in these abilities and show you how you are really ticking these boxes. So hit us up in one of the links down below, but make sure you like and subscribe and comment what your biggest takeaway is. Comment down below, what is your biggest takeaway in this, so that I can hear about it. Make sure you share this video around with your friends, whether they're cops or not, because then they can understand more around the thought process of a police officer. Make sure you catch the last video. This is on the things that you must know before joining the police and what you must know as a police officer to develop your career even further and counteract the traumas and everything that we see in the job. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for always catching in on these videos.